Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering the 2024 League of Legends World Championship. For this occasion, I'm here accompanied by Alvaro, the support for Madeline Skoy, who are coming off of a progression from the playing stage to make it to the Swiss stage of said competition. So, Alvaro, thank you so much for taking the time, like I said
Thank you.
before, and just talking about the progression from playing to Swiss. I mean, how have you been kind of moving on from the first phase up until now into the second phase?
I mean, for playings, we were in a way confident that we were able to make it out because I think, for example, we were stronger than other opponents. I think, for example, PSG was one of the toughest opponents that we could have, and also proving that we could beat them, even if it was a closer series. It was like a boosting confidence, and I mean, for sure in the playings, like really calm in a way because we didn't have to do a do or die, how I call it. We always had like another chance. But now coming into the Swiss states, I think every game is really important. The first game that we have into BLG, like if for example you start already 0-1, you can beat one of the tough opponents that there is in the lower bracket as well. So you need to like it's really valuable every single win. So right now I'm just thinking on making the best out of it and practicing into the best people so I can just improve the most. So I'm on the best side possible for the day three.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely the right mindset to have when you in a competition like this. And it's pretty interesting just looking at how you started off this competition playing in the LEC studio in the playing stage, and now you're moving on to the next round where basically you're gonna be playing in the same studio. Just sort of how have you kind of looked at just sort of the environment, the familiarity of just playing in the LEC studio and just how did that kind of help in just kind of helping this team play to the usual way for this event? And yeah.
Mhm. I mean, for sure, it's something positive. We have been playing here the whole year. As a funny story, like there was even managers or from other teams, and I was even telling them where the bathroom is. It's a joke way, but yeah, like we are really comfortable as well here. Our hotel, for example, where we are practicing, is really nearby our house, so it didn't really like change our day by day. It's kind of like the same. Also, like the solo queue and everything, the practice. So for sure, it's something that is positive. I think the only negative thing that I could say is that I wanted to experience more, like I wanted to have new experiences, like going to different countries or like different, like to Korea or China. But I will leave that for the next MSI or the next Worlds or the next international event. So for now, I'm just happy that we are able to play here, and it's something also extra for us that is a boost in a way because we have been playing here the whole year.
Yeah, I was just about to ask about, preference as to like would you like if there's any other players that you would have wanted to play in, aside from just remaining in
Yeah.
the LEC studio for the Swiss stage, what would that place kind of be?
I mean, I have, I would say, two or three. Like, I have only left Spain to go to Montpellier to play the season finals of the EMEA Masters the last year,
Yeah.
and I have gone to Munich and Berlin only. So for sure, something different than this, it would have been a great experience already. But I would say I wanted to go Korea or China. Like I think it's way different culture. I think also the practice will be better because like the solo queue I think is better there as well. And I will say Korea, China, or if not, Spain. Maybe it's a bit biased because I'm coming from Spain, but I think like the stadium, like it will be full of people cheering for us as well because we are from Spain, and it will have been also like a great experience. Like in Madrid or Barcelona, probably they could host it. But I think, for example, in Berlin, if they did it in a bit of a bigger arena, it would have been way more cool. So we could have more spectators.
Sure, hopefully we got some people listening into this conversation, hoping that, maybe they can follow through with your wishes of having an event in Madrid and Spain and stuff like that. So yeah, just sort of now focusing towards Swiss stage. Your first opponent is going to be BLG. Of course, BLG
Yep.
is vastly different compared to the other team that you've been facing in plays so far. And so, two-part question: what was your reaction when you saw that you guys were going to face on BLG, and what's your impression of just an approach towards facing a team like them?
I mean, when we were doing the draw reaction, it's also in YouTube, in the channel of our team.
Hmm.
We saw that Hangwa Live was playing into PSG. Suba also wanted to play into Hangwa Live because he's like a really big fan of Viper. So we knew that it was already like kind of a 50-50% because we could only play our FlyQuest or BLG because we cannot play G2 in Europe. So it was basically, okay, I think it's going to be BLG. And I was already preparing. Um, and for example, I think it's a really big opportunity to prove ourselves into one of the best and the strongest, one of the strongest teams in the world, because I think they are like a really strong opponent with Genji. I think they are the most favorite. But I was already like mentally prepared that it was gonna be tough, even if it was FlyQuest. That was like one of the easiest from the pool one. I knew it was also going to be hard. So I was already mentally prepared that, hey, okay, this series is gonna be like this best of one is gonna be hard. I just want to, like make the best out of it. I want to play into on because it's something that both of my jungle and my coach, they have like a lot of respect and they tell me that he's the best. I just want to show them that I'm better. And yeah, I mean, going into playing into BLG, like for example, people were saying that PSG almost won BLG in the MSI, and we were able to beat PSG. But of course, now the things have changed, and BLG has been a monster in China. So I think now, for example, it's gonna be like a really tough opponent.
Yeah, like it's the kind of thing that yourself wants to have. Having these big challenges and having finally these tests of to show where your current level is at after playing in LEC and also like mostly in Europe your entire career. And yeah, like taking on obviously you had some good words to say about that. I kind of want to touch upon another player that you kind of had the opportunity to meet. You took a photo of yourself and Carrie, a few days ago.
Yep.
Just want to ask you about that experience. What was that like, and were you able to also meet other, support
Mhm.
players, like Carrie?
I mean, I have been like a fan of Keria. I think it's the only player that I have looked up because I'm not the type of person that like it's like a fan of someone. But for example, with Keria, I think overall when he bring the meta of the of all the all the range supports and enchanters, I think he was one like he was the best. And for example, now he's also like a world champion, so we need to take that trophy out of him. But I mean, the experience was good. He was in the hotel. I didn't want to take time from him, so it was like a really fast, like 20 seconds or 15. Hey, can I do a picture? And he said, yeah, yeah. I did the picture. I said, thank you, good luck. And he said like good luck as well. So it was like really kind from him. And I could only do a photo with him because I don't want to bother any more people.
Hmm.
Maybe in the end I end up doing more photos with some of other people that I respect. But I mean, for sure, right now with other supports, I didn't talk. I got to play now some ping pong with Moham, the support of Danwon Kia,
Hmm.
and I was able to beat him. So already the mental advantage is won.
All right.
But yeah, it was cool experience. It's also really cool going in the hotel and looking at all the idols or like all the people that you look up to, and like knowing that you are now here playing into them, like they become your enemies, is also like really cool opportunity and experience.
Yeah, like it's definitely good to hear you have those kinds of experiences, and want to kind of also piggyback on one of your answers that you gave to me earlier on, just sort of the confidence that you've been able to show, not just in this conversation, but in this entire year. Because I remember talking to you earlier on in the year, and you kind of showed that same kind of level of confidence, after losing in the winter finals, and then say, "Hey, we're gonna be back over here very soon, next split." It didn't happen, but still, just
Yeah.
to see to hear you, be confident, just show or say how you think of your team, and so it's a pretty good thing. That said,
Mhm.
where do you feel your confidence comes from? From you in particular, where does that kind of thing come from for you?
I mean, I think part of the confidence comes from me, another comes from the team. I mean, of course, the confidence that comes from myself, I think, is because of how good of a player I am. There is sometimes that I have doubts of myself, but the other times that I'm confident about what I'm really doing. And I wouldn't say the work I'm doing because I think I could work even more this year, or I mean, not work more, but work better. But the confidence comes when I'm playing well and doing the things right, and also supported by the team doing what I think is the best for in order of us for winning. But for example, yeah, it's true that in spring and in summer we didn't have the best results, but we were still a confident team, and we were looking for the season finals. That was our next objective, so we were able to go to the Worlds. And now we are in Worlds. It was our objective as a team as well. Every one of us wanted to go Worlds and win them. So right now is just, in a way, we need to improve, playing into the best people, but also we need to deliver, and you need to be on our best day possible. And I think one of the important parts of being able to be at your peak is if you are confident mentally. And I think the confidence mentally, it comes when we are in the official game, because of course, as a team, we know our weaknesses and we know also our strengths, and we know that, for example, on the day by day, we are not a strong team. But in the day that we play the official, we really need to believe it and truly believe it that we are gonna be able to beat them. Because if not, I don't want to go into BLG and say they are just way better than us. It's FF. No, of course not. I'm confident and I want to do the same. Yeah, I mean, I think it's what will give us the biggest chances to win into stronger teams.
No, for sure. That definitely that's the right mindset to have, as I said, previously, and hopefully that will carry through once Swiss states to start. Alvaro, thank you so much for taking the time. Really do appreciate it, and
Thank
best
you.
of luck for the next one.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.